Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are fine at your home. So, today we are going to start chapter 1, Matter in Our Surrounding. Now, you already know about the matter, right? So, see, whatever you find around you, that all things, different kinds of materials you can see around you, right? So, we can classify these all materials into two categories, matter and non matter. Matter means anything that has mass and occupies a space, and non-matter means that does not have a mass and do not occupy any space, right? So here matter, like example, your table, chair, air, and so many things are there. Whatever you find having mass and occupies a space, that is matter, जो भी हम देखते हैं अपने सराउंडिंग में, right? But non-matters, the examples of non-matters are like hot, cold, then happiness. ठीक है, these things are emotions, different kinds of emotions or feelings. So these are considered as non-matter because they do not have mass and they do not occupy any space, right? Now uh, in earlier means early Indian philosophers, they have classified the matter into five basic elements, and they called them as panch tattva: air, earth, fire, sky, and water, right? And according to them, everything, whether it is living or non-living, were made up of these five basic elements. Ancient Greek philosophers, they have also given the similar classification of the matter. But modern days, means in modern time, modern scientists, they have given different classification, and that classification, that is the two types of classification is there, which is based on their physical property and on their chemical property. And in this chapter we are going to discuss about the physical property of the matter, right? Now, so here scientists have given two classification: physical classification and chemical classification. In physical classification, four parts are there. The first is that matter is made up of particles. Matter is, this is the second one, particles of matter have space between them. Third, particles of matter are continuously moving. Fourth, particles of matter attract each other, right? Now, particles is made up of smaller particles, or you can say particle, that matter is made up of particles. How you will prove it? How you will come to know that matter is made up of particles, right? See here, if you will take a chalk piece and if you start breaking it, you can break it into very small particles. Even you can powder it, right? And in that powder also, the particles are so small that you can only feel it, that okay, this is the powder, but you cannot see the particles. The particles are very very small. This is the one indication how you can see. Second is, or how you can identify that matter is made up of particle. Second one is that if you take just take water and add the salt to it. Now when you will stir it, what will happen? It will mix with the water. Now after mixing, can you see the salt particles in the water? No, we cannot see. So why we cannot see? Because the salt particles, when it is added in the water, it further breaks into smaller particles and get mixed with the water, and it is too small that can be seen by our eyes, so we cannot see it. But it proves that salt is made up of particles, right? The same activity is explained in your book also. Now the next property is that how much small it is. See here we have done that particles are, the matter is made up of particles. Now how small are these particles, or what is the size of the particle? For this, a simple activity is given in your book only. So once you will go through it, that what they have done, they have taken 100 ml of these 5 beakers. In each beaker they have added 100 ml of water, right? And then what they did, in first 100 ml of water they have added few crystals of potassium permanganate. Here that is potassium permanganate. Its formula is KMnO4. So this they have taken the crystal of this potassium permanganate and they added in the water. So as a result, this potassium permanganate when mixes, it gives a pink color. So a dark pink solution you will get it. Now in the 100 ml of another beaker, what you have to do, take 10 ml of from this beaker and add to this 100 ml of water. So what will happen? This water will also become pink color, right? And then again take 10 ml from this one and add to the another 100 ml of the other beaker. See, it will also become pink color, but what you will notice in these all cases that the water becomes pink, but its color is lighter as compared to the previous. So if you will go on repeating this type of activity, you will find that in after doing this 3-4 times, the color of the water will be very, very light. So till that also, if you are able to see the pinkish color, it shows or it explains that particles are very, very small, and by adding that, the particles are further getting divided into smaller particles, right? Now the next is particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter have space between them. Now for this, what you have to do, this is very simple activity which you have already done in your previous classes. Just take water and add 1 spoon of or take a half spoon of salt or sugar in the water and stir it, right? And suppose if you have taken this beaker and the level of the water is up to here, suppose this is showing 10, right? Now if you will add half spoon of salt in it or sugar in it, stir it, after some time it will get mixed with the water, right? But what you will notice that the level of the water remains the same, it does not rises. So why it does not rises? Where the salt has gone? So actually these salt or sugar particles, when added in the water, it get broken down into smaller particles and it occupies the space which is present between the water molecules, right? And as a result, the level of this does not increases. Is it clear? Next property is the next point of this one is that particles of matter are continuously moving. Now continuously moving means, in this if you take an example, just take one agarbatti and lit it. So what you see, smoke starts coming or fumes start coming out from that, and that smoke starts moving here and there anywhere, right? So that is showing that the particles which are present in the gases, they are moving, right? And they are moving here and there. The same thing happens with the liquid also. In that also the particles are moving because some space is there. But in gas, in liquid, in solids, the particles are very tightly packed, so they do not show motion, right? Now these particles which are moving, they are having a kind of energy, and that energy is called kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means energy possessed by any object or any particle with its motion, due to its motion, you can say, right? And this kinetic energy increases with increasing temperature. If you will increase the temperature, the space between the particles will increase, and as a result, more vibration or more movement of the particles will take place, right? Next is particles of matter attract each other. Now here particles have a strong force of attraction between the solid particles, less force of attraction between the liquid particles, and least in the gaseous particle. So here this kind of force is there between the particles of the matter, and that force of attraction binds the particles or keep the particles together. Okay, now the next, so till here it is completed. So here what we find from all these activity, different properties, that particles of matter, this is the important point, because of the space that they are continuously moving and they are having space between the particles. The particles are smaller in size, so in some cases the particles mixes with the other particles by their own. So this process is called diffusion. Here I have made the table, so let us see from here. So one property is there, that is diffusion. Now what is diffusion? The intermixing of particles of two different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. So suppose, for example, if you take water, just take water, fill it like this. Now in this, put a few drops of ink. Add or put few drops of ink in this, and don't stir it, don't disturb this water. Just keep it at the side and put a few drops of ink in this. Now what you will find that ink slowly spreads over in this, and within few seconds you will find that the whole water will become will take the color of this ink. If it is a pink color, then it will become pink. If it is of blue color, it will become blue. So here the particles are mixing by their own. No one is stirring it, right? So this process is called diffusion. Intermixing of the particles of two different types of matter on their own is called diffusion. For example, if you lit an agarbatti in one room, the person who is sitting in other room can also get the smell of that agarbatti. So why this happens? Because when we are lighting or we are burning the candle, the fumes starts coming out from that agarbatti, and that is the smoke. Smoke is a gas, so it vibrates or it moves in all direction, and finally it reaches to the other room also. That means here the intermixing is taking place. The fume of the agarbatti is mixing with the atmospheric air by its own. So that process is called diffusion. And on heating, this diffusion increases, right? Because on heating, the space between the particles increases, and as space between particles, here it will be space between particles increases, and as a result the particles of the other matter finds more space and they start mixing or moving into it, right? Now diffusion in three different states if we see, then this is not possible in solid because the particles are tightly packed. In liquid it is possible because some space is there, and the diffusion is much faster as compared to the liquid in gases because they have lot of space between them, right? Now here few questions will be there which I will give you, and I'm just going to discuss this question. The first question is what is the reason behind the existence of the three states of matter? Why three states of matter are existing in nature? So it is because of the arrangement of the molecules. The reason for the existence of the three states of matter is the existence of is the arrangement of the molecules, right? Now few questions are there in your book only, so you will do these questions in your notebook. I'm just going to discuss one question. I have discussed this one. This question I'm going to discuss. Which of the following are matter? So here few examples are given. Out of these you have to find out that which all are the matter. Now see, chair, air, right? It will be matter. Love, smell, hate, these all are the emotions or the feelings. So these are non-matters. So you have to find out here. So the examples here, what all are the matters? Chair, air, elements, cold drink, that is it is a liquid, and smell of perfume. These are the matter. Rest all are non-matters. Give reason for the following observation. The first question is, the smell of the hot sizzling food reaches you several meters away. But to get the smell from the cold food, you have to go close. Why? See here, अगर फूड बहुत गर्म है तो हमें दूर से ही उसकी महक आ जाती है, लेकिन अगर ठंडा है तो हमें उसके पास जाना होता है. Why so? It is because of the diffusion. Because diffusion increases on heat, or you can say diffusion increases on heating. So if the temperature is more, this diffusion will be more, so that will reach to a longer distance. Whereas if it is cold, that means temperature is less, so diffusion will be less. Third question is, a diver is able to cut through water in a swimming pool. जो डाइवर है, डाइव कर रहा है स्विमिंग पूल में, he can easily move in the water, he can easily swim in the water. So why it is, can he swim, means he can dive as he is doing in the water, can he do it in the solid also? No, because in solid the space is not there, so he cannot dive in a solid, but he can do it in a swimming pool or in water, because water having the space. So here question is ki which property of matter does this observation shows? So this observation shows that a swimming pool, that means water, has space between it. That is why the diver is able to cut through the water. Fourth is, what are the characteristic properties of the particles of matter? So the characteristic properties of the matter, which I already have discussed here, that is, it is made up of particle, they have space between them, they are continuously moving, and they attract each other. These all are the characteristics of the particle, right? Is it clear, everyone? So these questions which I have discussed, you do it in your notebook and write down these notes in your notebook with the index, and please complete it and submit it in the submission group, which I will soon I am going to share it with you. Thank you. Have a nice day.